Feels to be a black doctor?
Um, I well, I'm a black man, so I only know what it is to be a black doctor. I say exciting. It's fun. Sometimes it's challenging, difficult. I feel as if I have maybe more responsibility than other doctors because I am a black man, and frankly there aren't as many black doctors in the United States of America as there should be.
I know that right now there are some racial barriers in the world and people are trying to fight for equality. What do you think about that?
Well, we are, you know what? Everyone's, unless you have a twin, we're all different. Everybody's different. But even though we're different, one person isn't any better than anyone else. And, growing up, I was really good at playing football. And some of my classmates weren't good at football, but they were really good at swimming. Where I was an okay swimmer, I wasn't as good as them. So does me being a football player make me better than my friend who's a swimmer? No. Just that I was good at football and he or she was good at swimming or good at basketball, or I did really good in social studies, in history, where someone else did really good in math. And so what's really important to learn and to understand is that we're all different. And we all have things that we have strengths that we're good at and weaknesses that we're not so good at. But when you put us all together, everyone together, my strengths help out someone who may have weakness in that area. And that person's strength helps me out. I say we, not necessarily you two or myself in particular, but human beings. We have created artificial differences, artificial barriers. Did you know what that means? Artificial means?
Man.
So what that means is that it's not real. It's false. A false barrier. Something made up. A made up barrier. Or that person who happens to be of brown skin isn't as smart as the person who is of lighter skin. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But those types of differences, or that person is Catholic and that person is Protestant, or that person is Christian and that person is Muslim, and so we're different, and because we're different, we can't get along. They're my enemy. Those are the differences that men, human beings, have created for ourselves. Slaves came in 1619. The pilgrims came in 1620. So the slaves were actually the African slaves got to what we call Virginia before the pilgrims came in 1620. What's the big holiday that we celebrate every year because of the pilgrims?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, exactly. And that's a really important holiday. So you're asking me, why is it important to celebrate Black history? Why? Because Black history is American history. The pilgrims, their experience is what? It's American history, right? And they came a year and 3 months after the first slaves came. First Black people that were brought to what we call United States of America now, Virginia, and were forced to be slaves. They came a year and 3 months before the pilgrims. So their history is just as important, you think?